Welcome to Voice Notes with Taz, short reflections on voice, presence, and communication, because your voice is so much more than just sound. This is edition 6, and it's titled The Language of Voice. And as promised in our last voice note, the one all about confidence and intention, this is where we begin to shift gears from understanding your voice to shaping it. The last few episodes explored themes such as awareness, emotion, and authenticity. Essentially, we looked at the why behind your voice. But now it's time for the how. The how, of course, translates to the practical, the tangible, the actual doing in your voice. So today, we begin with the most powerful instrument of all, language. Because voice may be the sound, but language is the rhythm that gives it shape. And if every word you speak represented a color, some words would be sharp like crimson, others soft as smoke. Language is what gives your voice texture. It decides whether your sound is going to cut, soothe, or carry someone closer to your message. If voice is vibration, then language is frequency, the signal that turns sound into sense. It builds the bridge between your thoughts and someone else's understanding of them. And of course, their willingness to connect with you. It's the blueprint your mind draws each time you open your mouth to build meaning. And what I really like about being mindful of language is that you can hear when language has been chosen carelessly because it collapses under the weight of habit. But when chosen with awareness, language becomes an art form, a deliberate act of creation. Now let's dive into the science. Neuroscientist Lisa Feldman Barrett calls this emotional granularity. Ooh, that's a nice word. Now, emotional granularity essentially translates to the ability to name feelings with precision. The more nuanced your vocabulary, the more control you have over your internal world. In essence, your words shape your nervous system's reality. If you say, "I'm angry," and your pulse quickens, or if you say, "I'm hurt," and your body softens toward healing, language becomes your mind's steering wheel. Turn it the one way, and you crash into reaction. Turn it another, and you arrive at a place of understanding. Because words are not just fillers, they are frequency. Each one carries a vibration that alters your presence. And that is why the language of a leader differs from the language of a follower. Not because they know more words, but because they mean them more deeply. And when your voice and language align, when what you say matches what you feel, people don't just hear you, they sense you. And that is coherence. It's the meeting of the mind, body, and message. So before you speak next, I want you to pause. And I want you to ask yourself, am I choosing words that defend, or am I choosing words that describe? Am I speaking to convince, or am I speaking because I want to connect? Am I building walls, or am I building bridges? Because language is not just what you say. It's how you think out loud. And the tone of your thoughts becomes the texture of your voice. Now, before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a small practice, something I call cognitive swapping. It's simple, but powerful. I want you to take one phrase you use often, something you barely notice. Maybe it's, "I have to," or "I'm so busy," or "I'm trying." And then I want you to swap it for language that changes your internal state. I have to then becomes I get to. I'm so busy becomes my time is full but meaningful. And I'm trying becomes I'm learning. Now I want you to say it out loud and slowly. And notice how your breath changes. I'm learning. My time is full but meaningful. Isn't that incredible? I want you to notice how your breath changes, how your tone shifts. That's not magic, people. That's neuroscience. That's the incredible impact that your body has on how you connect. Your words just told your nervous system a different story. And that's the real power of language. It doesn't just describe your world, it designs it. And that's just absolutely incredible to me. It's such a powerful reflection. It's such a powerful awareness to have. And I hope that you will consider it. This is Voice Notes with Taz. Here's to choosing words that build bridges and not walls. Here's to speaking with awareness, with artistry, and with care. And here's to discovering the true language of your voice. I'll see you next time.